What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today with another installment of my Dare to Dream video series. In this series, I take a look at shoes that aren't as commonly seen on YouTube, including high heat releases from the past, and shoes that just have a special meaning in sneaker history. So today, we'll be taking a closer look at the 2010 Air Jordan 11 Retro Cool Gray. So when it comes to sneakers, oftentimes, certain colorways are synonymous with certain shoes. So for example, infrared, neon, ultramarine, these are all colorways synonymous with Air Max shoes. But when we're talking specifically about Air Jordans, the most obvious answer would be black, white, and red, but there's probably a second colorway that's not too far behind, and that color is cool gray. So this cool gray color was made famous and introduced to the Jordan line when they released the original Air Jordan 11 Cool Gray back in March of 2001. And fun fact, the Cool Gray 11s were the first non-OG colorway of the Air Jordan 11 to release, if you're counting the fact that the Space Jam 11 was technically worn by MJ back in the mid-90s for the movie. And even though Michael Jordan didn't wear the Cool Gray 11s as a member of the Chicago Bulls, this fresh new colorway quickly became very popular, especially since Michael Jordan, who had since returned to the NBA as a member of the Washington Wizards, actually wore the shoes on the court. So as a result of the popularity of the Cool Gray 11s, Jordan Brand started quickly adopting that cool gray color onto other silhouettes like the Cool Gray 9s, the Cool Gray 3s, and the Cool Gray 4s. And as a testament to its popularity, Jordan Brand would retro them almost 10 years later with this 2010 version, and then fast forward to 2018, they would release a low top version, and later on this year in 2021, the Cool Gray 11s are returning in the original mid-top form, 20 years later after the original release. So the pair I have in my hand here is the version from 2010, and this released on December 23rd as the main holiday shoe for that year. They retailed for a price of $175 US, which translates to roughly 220 or 225 Canadian. And the official colorway for this shoe is cool gray, medium gray, and white. So safe to say, even though this is not one of the original colorways of the Air Jordan 11, it's still easily one of the most popular ever made. So diving straight into the details, this pair, just like all your other Air Jordan 11s, it features a very shiny patent leather that wraps around the toe box. But unlike the upcoming 2021 Retro, the patent leather mudguard on the 2010 version is much shorter and much lower. And if I throw up an image of the upcoming 2021 version, you'll see that that patent leather cut is significantly higher. Above this, unlike your traditional ballistic mesh that's used on most of your other Air Jordan 11s, for the cool gray colorway, they opted for a Nubuck Upper, which is done in this medium gray colored finish. But stitched on top, we still have the eyelets, which are constructed out of nylon in the same tonal colored finish. On the lateral side on the back heel, we have the Jumpman logo embroidered in this white colored finish, and we have a hit of neoprene on the top of the back heel, along with the numbers 2-3 stamped on in this white colored finish. For the laces, just like all your other Air Jordan 11 releases, these come with these rope style laces done in this white color, and then underneath this, stitched on the center of the tag, we have this Jumpman Jordan branding that's found across, and the tongue itself, just like the body of the shoe, is also constructed out of a gray colored nubuck. On the back side of the tongue, we have this tag, and this is something we see on most of your other Air Jordan 11 releases, and it reads quality basketball products inspired by the greatest player ever. For the insoles, so unlike a lot of the recent Jordan 11 releases that come with a polyurethane insole, these come with your standard foam insole, and it's lined in this gray colored finish on the top, and we have this Jumpman logo stamped on the heel. So the upper of the Air Jordan 11 sits atop this Phylon foam midsole, which is painted in this white colored finish. Encapsulated within the midsole but not visible to the eye, we do have a full-length air sole unit for cushioning, and then turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your classic Air Jordan 11 outsole. So this is done in this translucent finish. We have these rubber pods on the forefoot and the back heel with herringbone traction pattern, and underneath this we have this carbon fiber shank plate, which gives you torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down all you pretty much need to know about the cool gray Air Jordan 11. Like I said earlier, it's one of the most iconic non-OG colorways of an Air Jordan ever made, and I'm super excited that they're bringing them back again later this year. I know there's a wave of new sneakerheads that didn't have the opportunity to grab these back in 2010, and hopefully, like most Jordan 11 releases, Nike floods the market with a ton of pairs so anyone that wants these are able to get them. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this installment of my Dare to Dream video series, and I'll catch you guys all in my next episode.